What's up, Dallas Cowboys fans? Andy Cartam here with your Dallas Cowboys Daily Blitz for today, Friday, headed on into the weekend. We hope you had a great week. We hope you enjoyed your week. Hope you have good plans for the weekend. Welcome into the show. Welcome into the network, the DSP Media Podcast Network, here on the Fish YouTube channel. Going to talk a little bit of Cowboys with you today. Let's talk some wide receiver and some trade rumors as we have it. Coming out from, it's that time of year. We talk about it every show that I've got things like this, and Fish talks about it too. It's just a slow time of the year for sports, in general, for the NFL. We're not quite to training camp. We're not quite, at the point where roster moves are critical, things like that. Really, teams are just trying to shore up their rosters to get to training camp, to try to go to camp with the best possible the best possible rosters they can put together so they have the best guys to pick from, right? That's really what they're doing. And in that spirit, thought we would talk a little bit about the Cowboys in the wide receiver room because training camp in Oxnard is just a couple of weeks away. I believe it's the 26th. Could be wrong. I think it's the 26th. But the Cowboys still should be looking for ways to improve that roster. And one of the positions they should be looking at is wide receiver. I don't know about you guys. I don't feel too terribly great about the wide receiver room right now. Of course, with Cooper being gone, more of a salary cap thing, I think. I don't know that they were completely happy with his output, with his numbers, with his production. But the contract really is kind of what did him in Dallas. But he really got nothing back. 5th-round pick. They also swapped 6th-round picks, I think, or something like that. But really, you got a bag of beans for Amari Cooper that you gave up a 1st-round pick for, by the way. So the way the Cowboys receiver room stands right now, of course, your presumed wide receiver 1, CeeDee Lamb, in just his 3rd season, by the way. He'll be entering his 3rd season. The Cowboys already made a move very early in the free agency period with James Washington from the Pittsburgh Steelers, who sort of didn't have the greatest career there in Pittsburgh to start his young NFL career. I've got high hopes for James Washington here in Dallas. Kind of a local kid. I just think that he and Ben Roethlisberger did not have any type of chemistry. I don't know if they got along outside the room or not, or whatever that situation was. But when Mason Rudolph was playing quarterback for the Steelers, when Big Ben was hurt, which of course was James Washington's college quarterback at Oklahoma State, dude, he had some really great numbers. He had some great production, and we're hoping Dak can have that same chemistry that Rudolph did with James Washington. Of course, you've got the young guys here. You've got Noah Brown. You've got the undrafted kid out of Tech, TJ Vasher. You've still got Simi Fehoko, Cowboys draft pick from 2021. But, you don't have any real experience at the position. And I don't know that you could get that. You could go out. I know you could get Will Fuller from Miami. You could go out and get Julio Jones if you think he's got anything left in the tank to offer. Those guys would offer you some experience at the position. But I think right now the Cowboys are probably just looking for bodies that they can use to pick and choose who to go to camp with and who might come out of camp. And they're probably not looking to spend a lot of money. And that's probably one of the reasons they're not looking for a big-time veteran. Well, one of the names that's come out from, I think this was from heavy.com. I saw it a number of places, but I think they're the ones that wrapped it up in a nice little bow here. My one, also from the Steelers. Now, you'll know him from Baltimore as he played, I think 3 seasons in Baltimore. Very underwhelming, mediocre seasons. But he went to Pittsburgh via free agency in April. And then Pittsburgh proceeded to draft 2 wide receivers in the draft this year. So Boykin might find himself kind of the odd man out. Now he's 6'4". He had 4.42 40 speed. And he was supposed to be coming out of college, sort of a mismatch potential. It's easy for me to say, with that size and that speed for corners in the NFL. But he just never really developed in Baltimore. They sort of pushed the running game. A lot of that's with Lamar Jackson at quarterback. But they also had Marquise Brown and Mark Andrews catching passes. And I think Boykin sort of just got lost in the shuffle there. I don't know if he's got anything. I don't know if he's going to be any good anywhere else. I just don't think he had much of a chance. But if he came to Dallas, probably be looking at fighting for the 4th or 5th spot on the roster. Of course, behind Lamb, Gallup. I mean, as far as the passing sequence goes, he'd be behind Dalton Schultz at tight end. But the nice thing is, I don't think you'd have to give up a lot to get Boykin or somebody like him. The tight end room here in Dallas is pretty full. Of course, Schultz is going to be the guy. The Cowboys just drafted Wisconsin's Jake Ferguson in the 4th round. Jeremy Sprinkle's here. Sean McKeon is here. Both of those guys are going to be expendable if Ferguson has anything. And one of those guys, and I'm thinking McKeon, Sean McKeon, probably at just 24 years old, he's a good blocking tight end, which a lot of teams value, including the Steelers, especially in the shape their offensive line is going to be in this year. But I think Dallas could probably send McKeon to Pittsburgh, and they would have some interest in swapping for Boykin. Again, none of this is substantiated. It's just one of those deals that was thrown out there, and I don't have a problem with it. It would make sense for both teams fiscally and strategically. McKeon, again, just he's your blocking guy, but he's probably not going to see a lot of playing time. If you can get something to help the club, bring him in here for a wide receiver, then I'd be all for it. How long is Schultz going to be here with the tight end depth? Well, he's here for at least a year under the tag now, as he probably will not sign a deal. Maybe here next year on the tag. Kind of doubt they'll do that 2 seasons in a row, but really trading a spare part for another spare part at a position that you could probably use the spare part more for the Cowboys. That's really all I'm saying. But let me know what you guys think. I am at IndyCar Tim on Twitter. The show is at Cowboys Daily Pod. I would love to talk to you about some possible trade scenarios for the Cowboys. You can leave me a great comment here underneath the video in the comment section on the Fish Report YouTube channel. We'll do it all again probably Monday. I may have some news for you over the weekend. If anything Cowboys breaks, Fisher, I'll come back on here for you and talk about it. But you guys have a great weekend. Stay safe. Have some fun. Not too much. Let's talk about everything on Monday with some more Cowboys. Until then, boys and girls, we'll see you.